y'all? Wise man here. Wonderful evening. Have a great pop-up. Really rainy and dreary over in Virginia. I'm from Virginia. And I guess we're getting a big front or something. It's not the good kind of front you want, you know. It's just a front. Yes, Dina's in Virginia too, so he knows how it works. What's up, Don Schroeder? So, where are we tonight? Hatches, bushpots, meskets, poncho liners, and I think buckets and sinks are on there too. So, Dina was there. There was a murder yesterday on Whatnot Live. I'm not joking. Dina was there. It started at 2:30. I think in tactical gear. Oh. All right. Is the scanner working? The scanner is always so non-participatory when you want it to be. When you don't want it to be, it scans everything that you set up here. All right, it wasn't plugged in. That was all my fault. Yes, welcome in, everyone. No listening to the show. What are you talking about? Oh, they ended up in the other field. Okay. Well, I guess it's going out by auction this time. Should have been a buy now, but. All right, this is the Marble 662. This is the German axe style. Bigger at the top. Nice blade profile on it. And I'm out of pucks. I'll have some more next week. But a puck is the safest way to sharpen long blades and curved blades. All right, $15 start on that. It is an orange fiberglass handle. I believe these heads are made in India. It's 4.25-inch cutting edge, and it does have a lanyard hole. And the head weight is 800 grams. What's up, Tracy Bunker? I haven't seen you in a while. Are you doing all right? All right, there we go. Finally. All right, $15 on the fiberglass ones, and then $22 on the wood handle ones. Both of them are about $7 off. This next one has a different profile on the head, but I believe the handle is the same shape. Yes, this has a different weight to the head. Giggity. Also starting at 15, this one's a little lighter. 600 grams. I almost called it, but you know, you start talking in grams, all the DEA agents listening start paying attention. So we're not going to do that. All right. Marbles German style axe. This is a 600 gram, $15 on that one as well. And then I only have like 1 or 2 of the wood ones left. They have been fairly popular. Why y'all don't be liking fiberglass as much as you like good wood? Ooh. All right, these are the last two of the woods as well. This one comes in plain wrapper, and it is also a German style, 3.75-inch head, so that means it's a 600 gram. Is a genuine hickory handle. I like the curves on these, and if you look at the top when you go to choke it, you actually have a whole flat surface there and a swell in the back. So I don't know what kind of choking action you use, but that is comfortable to me. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to interact in the chat. I don't want to be like those other shows that just have bots in here. All right, these are $22 on the wood handle ones. $22 on the wood handle ones. Beautiful blade, fit to make a ballroom with. Even I'm just saying, there's like so many things you could do with it. All right, the next one is from El Salvador. And that one I don't think stands in like it's supposed to. Or it's so light it comes up as a hatchet. I don't know why I can't seem to find that one right. All right, that was the end of the hatchets. I actually thought I had more than that, but I guess I did sell 2 last night, 2 the day before that. All right, next up, titanium bush pots. Might have to add this one into the in from the inventory. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Now these ain't cheap, and unfortunately, I have to follow the rules on this guy. Can't remember which one I had open before. All right, so titanium is like flyweight. So if you're carrying it around a lot, you gotta walk everywhere. My wife farted. Love it. Hope we're on Audible too, so she can hear us. We've been married long enough, I would imagine it's a term of endearment, right? It's almost like a hey, I'm still here. All right, this is the Pathfinder Titanium Bush Pot, 1100 milliliter. The entire weight of this in its baggie is 5.5 ounces, but it has a 100 milliliter or 37 ounce capacity, which is nearly a quart. No, I do believe that might be 5 ounces more than a quart. Let me hear in chat how many ounces in a quart. I think it's 32 because it's a Gatorade bottle, right? Because if you fill up a Gatorade bottle full of salt water and have your buddy dump it in your, never mind. We're gonna stick with the show. All right, titanium bush pot. These are brand new, never used. They do have the drain holes in them. I don't know if you can see that there. You can see it that way better. Very popular in their titanium aspect. Not a lot of people making affordable titanium stuff out there. And at $49, the bush pot actually comes in at a decent buy. I think some of the competitors, at least where I could get these from, some of the competitors, they, I think my price on it was around that. And then the retail was obviously substantially more because they're all matte people too. Something about titanium and an open market, I guess, ain't such a thing. Oh no, what have I done? It fit in there. I swear it came in there today. Right, there we go. I got 2 of them in, and hopefully we'll have 2 of them out by the end of the night. I have no more titanium frying pans though. Only thing I have left in titanium besides that, it might be a spork over there, is the folding Pathfinder camp grill. Arg, my homies, what are you doing to me here? Arg. All right. I think they just go so fast. I assume that they're gone. They don't make it from show to show. I don't remember what the price was on that. I think it was $29, but sorry about that. Do you want the 800 or the 600? RG557, welcome to the cult, my friend. Good grab. You gonna grab that for you? Did you get them both? Smart man. That's what happened to the last two. That's why I was saying about the grill. Sometimes they don't make it on here because they go in the gold show. If y'all don't know what the gold show is, every 3 months there's a rewards program that resets on whatnot. Do you want that folding titanium camp grill? I'll go find it in the inventory. Although I did have somebody helping me in here the other day. They might have not known it was there. There's a folding windscreen. It came in right about that same time. I bet you got believe it. that look like got leaving? Synthetic handle hatchets. That's right. See? Squirrel. All right. I got two different heads. I got the big head and the little head. All right. 800 and a 600. I might have too much light here. He said, don't we all? All right. That's the big one. This would be the 800. And when I get them out of the package, I'll show them individually and I'll show them together. And that is the 600. So for scale, seems like the thickness and overall shape's about the same. The 800 is just a little bit fatter in the head area and a little bit taller. All right, I'll run them both. The 662 is the big head. That'll go first. $15, and how'd that get reached again? All right, be 10 seconds on that. We'll have to 10 seconds on that. Hold on. It's saying it's unable to start auction at this time. We'll let that refresh for a second. It's saying it can't. Saying it couldn't start the auction. So hold on. Here we go. $15, 10 seconds. This is the 662, which is the 800 gram. Oh, nice. Yes. And then I have a 600 that'll come up next. They have the same starting price. RBA's well. Thank you. Oh, RG577 said, man, I got something coming anyway. Might as well grab one of these while I'm at it. Thank you, RG. Oh, DW, what's up, man? Welcome into the chat, y'all. If you didn't know it, every once in a while we get a tussle or two going. This big one's going out the door to DW Jr. Thank you, sir. I don't have as much energy as I have been crunching numbers all day and doing research for the Whatnot Reseller podcast. It happens, buddy. It happens. Well, I got a 600 in here, and I have the wood 800, I believe. All right, then I got the 600. I think when they printed these labels, they thought that only young people would read them. Goddamn sure. All right, this one's a 600. No woodland bivvies. I actually haven't even seen any of them up for auction lately. There wasn't a single or two, and single or twos get crazy money these days. All right, another $15 start. This will be a 600-ounce version, and this is the German style blade as well. Shit, it went 30 seconds. I'm sorry about the long time frame. Or Braswell, you might be able to get this one. It's going to be so long, half your competitors will die in the waiting. And then the rest of them will forget what they were doing by the time the last second comes up. So you just might get it at 15. Oh, RG was paying attention, daggone it. Got him. RG's going to steal it away now. Hey, it happens. It happens. Oh, DW's in there like swimwear on a muggy day at daycare. Oh, anybody else out there reach the age you got to start wearing diapers yet? I'm just curious. There's no reason I'm thinking about that. I'm just wondering what is that age? I don't know why that just came up randomly like that. Thank you, DW. He said, now I got a matching set. One from a strong arm and one from a I don't work it out as much arm. All right. Well, given the fact that that has occurred, I believe the only axe left. The only axe left is the wood handled one. And it does start out a little higher. But it is genuine hickory. So you know that wood will stay real, real good. All right. Just keep it away from termites and slippery substances that you're going to regret tomorrow that you used it for that tonight. And you'll be fine. I know this is the only ones I got left. But that's okay because the marbles axes are actually pretty good call, and they do come from time to time here. So if you want one, just bookmark, hit the notifications, whatever you got to do on this platform, and it can be yours. All right, this wood one's going out. It's $22. I did it 30 seconds again. Oh, this is the auction that never ends. Jump back, Jack. It goes on and on, my friend. I'm gonna cut that chip. All right, 30 seconds on that. It's a little too long, but it'll give me my repack time and everything. And then I have that beautiful El Salvadorian axe, and that one, it's a little lighter. Forget how much this one was. This one was a 600. I think that other one's like, I don't know, 400. Ah! All right. I don't know if this ever got loaded. It did. Only one of them. I think I didn't have it loaded for a long time, so I didn't talk about it. So my titanium people out here, this is another one of the flyweights, much lighter than the brass version I've been getting from Esbit, but I get them very rarely. I don't know if they produce a lot of them or if it's that my supplier doesn't get a lot of them. They are a buy it now item, and I believe they are a map, so I have to keep it at that one. But they are $39 if you want it. It is in the buy it now. And Decagon, it comes with a base built into it to keep it from tipping over as easily. Not all of them have that. I know the Esbits don't come like that. All right, we were pursuing Hatchets, bushpots, which we sold out of. I do have the 5-piece deluxe mess kits here with me. They're the Boy Scout style that have the wing nut on them to squeeze it together. And I also have a buildable stainless steel camp stove. Now, for this one, I'm going to have to change y'all's aspect a little bit, primarily because I want you to see the construction techniques we employ. I mean, I think when Roscoe made this, they were thinking that one day this is all that somebody would have around them and be near that big dam in China, and it might be employed to hold back the tirade of water. from just wiping out everything downstream. And I know that sounds a bit extreme, but you have not seen this stove yet, and you have not considered the fact that this stove can not only use an alcohol burner, it could also use Esbit tablets or trioxane in a different form, basically. It could use the fire starting pellets that I sell. Whoops, wrong one. And you can use charcoal. Air comes in through here, gets held, the burning material gets held down there. Or if you're not using the trioxane and you want to use wood, the air can come up through there, the ash falls down through, the pot holds on it, all nice and neat. And the legs work as a both inner and an outer. So if you have something that's smaller and can't balance when they're open, it can balance on the top this way. Very well thought out design. It even has a feed hole, and the way it's designed, when the frying pan or whatever's on top of there, if it's too big to go in there, it's too big to cook in this stove just yet. Break that stick in half again and throw the two halves in there. All right, I should have probably pinned that, but I'm an idiot sometimes. And you inglorious bastard. These are stainless steel. They are $39. I only have one left. That's this one. That was the demo. Since it is the demo, I give you a little break on it, but not too much. These things are fabuloso. Not like the cleaner, like the emotion and the verve. All right. There she is. Finally. Good golly. Good golly, Miss Molly. All right, that was my last one. It's open box. It's never been used to cook on, and a hobo's never pooped in it. So it's still good as new, but since it's open box, we will do a little dangle on it. How's 34 sound? We'll do 10 seconds on it at 34 as I pack it back up. Wonderful contraption here, y'all. If you've got to carry stuff and you've got to be ready for all circumstances, that's probably the best way you can go. DW said, you got me. He was not willing to say when I got him because then I'd have emotional superiority over him. No, I'm just joking. Thank you, DW. I appreciate you, my friend. I think you're going to be well served by that. Let me know how it works with, like, if you ever end up around gum, all right? Because I've always wondered about gum. Pine, I know how it works. You know, hardwoods, I know how it works. It's the gum. There are gum trees all over in Virginia, and I don't know if they're any good for burning. Not as a twig. Oh, ow! If you want one of these stoves, y'all need to hit me up because it comes with another feature that Showrod, one of my Diamond members, brought up. This is literally an expandable crack pipe. I mean, blowing tube for you to billow into the stove with. So when you're using it in wood, there's going to be times where you have to actually get it going. And that's what that tool's for, and that comes in there with it. So just keep that in mind. This is a really cool stove system. If you want one, you do have to DM me, and I will get you one. And those always deliver, special orders deliver on Wednesdays and Thursdays, usually in private shows. Thank you, DW. Oh, I think I might have bought it. All right. Okay. It's time for the deluxe. No, not the Whopper. I ate one of those earlier. Believe it or not, I ate fast food today, and it's actually what I needed. A little comfort food. What's up, Coco Dude? We are going to do deluxe 5-piece mess kits today. As y'all can see, my in-store, in-person price on these is $22. My whatnot price, $19. And I could have swore we opened one of these the other night, and I did a demo and everything. I don't know. Maybe I sold it. Oh, here it is. That's a blind. All right, so these deluxe. What's up, Angel? Hey, I didn't know what your full name was. I thought you had asked to be a mod once, right? I'll follow you. All right. First necessary step was I needed to follow you so I can find you. All right, there you go. I almost invited you to co-host. That would have turned out horrible if you would have accepted that in an awkward position. All right, so this was the demo unit. I do have another one here new in the box. And it says I've got 5, but I don't see the others. I don't know where they're at. All right, so this is the Boy Scout style is what I've been calling it. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So you use the butterfly nut here to unlock it, and then you can spin the handle, and it becomes a frying pan handle. Come on, Josephus. Y'all ever have a trigger word you swear you'd never use? No missiles launched, right? All right. So this is the frying pan version. And then it's got a lid that also serves as a serving plate. Same composition, which is stamped aluminum, which makes these very lightweight. Then it has a bowl that also serves as a boiling device. So you can, I should probably do some of the things I talk about with y'all so that you understand what I mean. So you can use a J stick, I think it's called, to do a suspension technique with sticks and keep them from catching fire. And it can like hold that above your fire. I should probably do some of that. I should probably go learn the terminology. Sometimes you do things and you don't remember what they're called. Also comes with a small cup. All of it is self-contained, fits down inside there perfectly. And that goes inside the mess kit, and the mess kit closes back up. Now, I do have another one of those new in the box if you want one. The first one's definitely going to be new in the box. The second one will be this demo one, because I don't see the others that are on the inventory. I also have a plastic variant that's going to come up next, which is more of a serving mess tin rather than a cooking mess tin. Now, when you have a serving mess tin, it's not, or mess dish, whatever you want to call it, it's not necessarily cookable over flames. So it's usually made out of plastic, or it's too thin of an aluminum material to take an open flame or a lot of heat. If your aluminum's too thin and you put a lot of heat on it, it will malform. All right, $19 a piece on those. If anybody wants both of them, I'll do 2 for $35. All right. The 8-piece mess kit that comes up next is actually polymer construction. And it's polymer construction, which makes it lightweight and it's easy to clean, but you can't cook on it. So it's more of like a large serving mess. All right. Now, on one side, you have a large plate-like capacitor, and you've also got this screen here. So if you were cooking and you needed to screen water off of something, you could put that up against it and strain the water out. Now it comes with a seasoning container. It comes with a bowl, and then it comes with a larger serving bowl. And the reason that this one is designed in this way, yes, you're going to lose some capacity, but if you are in a group mess environment and you're holding your food container by the bottom and they put heavy, hot, liquidy substance in there and you begin to move along, you have to start juggling it, which does not leave your other hand free to carry the other things. So this one is actually set up so it doesn't burn you. So when it gets put in there too hot, you can balance it and get it to its resting position. I know that was a lot of words, y'all, but if you've never lived in the bush, some things or in the woods, I should say, some people, they want to get out there, but they haven't had to do it for a long term. So small things they haven't had to think about before. Or you could just be brand new to the skill. Maybe your parents kept you locked up and didn't let you go out and do things like that. Like if I were to meet Stevie from Malcolm in the Middle, oh, that poor kid. I'd turn him rebellious, I would. That poor Stevie. Looks like it takes a while to have a conversation with him. Why does this seem so much more difficult today than it was yesterday? And I know it goes in there because this is the same demo I used yesterday. Knowing is half the battle. All right, these are shit. I didn't think. I'm very terrible at that. I usually have mods helping me. I'm messing. It'd be OBK. Man, I can smell my wife is making something with bacon. All right, they're $15, and they are loading up now. Much cheaper. Now I have about, I don't even know. I probably have probably 6 or 7 of these left. No, 12 it says. All right. 12 of them left. They are $15 a pop. Let's see here. We do a flash sale on that. Does it work like that? We take some money off of there. I think we could do that. All right. $13 flash sale for the next, I don't know, 30 seconds. $13. Get as many as you want. It's a drop down for the buy now. Just click on it, drop it down, tell it how many you and your family need, and then I will get them put away with your orders. Put a little mark on that one so I know which one that is. All right, that did not last long. 30 seconds in an auction sometimes feels longer than section. Sometimes it doesn't. Oh, I didn't think I had any of these left. This is the last of the desert canteens. I actually thought I sold it at the farm show. Well, it's the last one in Woodland. The regular desert ones with the red and tan and all that, they're gone. All right, this is the one in Woodland. And it's got like a nylon I'm adding it to the show now. They're $17, but since it's the last one, I will let it go a little cheaper tonight. How does it? Oh, desert tan. Okay. All right. This is the Rocco 1.9 liter camouflage woodland desert canteen. Does have a carry strap. I'm gonna run it as an auction at $15. $15. That's $2 discount. Plus, if you got any coupons, you can handily use it to achieve a much lower out the door cost. 15. Oh, their tickets are 15. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put that in there as a flash sale, so it stays there for the rest of the show at $15, because you don't know. You might get involved in something a little later and grab something out of here and be like, you know what? I should have got that desert canteen before I left. Let me get out of my wife's nightgown and go back down there and get my phone. You know how it goes. I'm just saying. I'm going to put it up there. I'm going to leave it up there. We're going to put this away. We're going to load the next item. And then you guys are going to contemplate that. You get back to the house tonight or you get in bed and your wife's like, why are you putting on my nightgown? And you're like, it's this guy Wise room. Still got the bedroom. So, like this guy Wise, man, he said some shit. Now you got me thinking. All right. So this is a Rothko canteen cup, stainless steel, lid only. All right. Now, the way the Rothko could not get a license to copy this canteen cup, so they made a slightly different canteen cup of their own. And it was dimensionally smaller by about 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters in every direction, because it was a metric equivalent close to the original. So then they designed their lids. So when it comes to a USGI cup, they will not seal on them. But it's kind of a good thing, because if you seal the lid on the cup while it's got liquid in it and you start heating it, when it does eventually overcome the resistance of the cup and the steam coming out and goes flying, usually the water follows right behind it, just like a shape chart. It is cool to see. We might see if we can get that on camera this year, since I have a bunch of the lids. They are $9. I am heavy on them. I think I've got 3 right here in my face, and I think there might even be another box somewhere. I'm gonna run a little discount on those as a flash sale in the back too. We'll do them for we'll do 7 on them, and we will put that live in the background for the rest of the show. Come on, Homeo. There we go. All right, so there's 3 total left in this show. I'm willing to sell out at $7 a pop. If you already got something going, great way to add on with very little shipping, usually free. And I have canteen cups. And I have 2 canteen cup stands left. Only 2. Oh, wait a minute. There's a dented one around here somewhere. So I technically have 3. I still have not created a listing on those, so let's just go ahead and get them out of here now. Conan, are you in here? Do you remember how much I was selling those for last night? I think it was $5. Yeah, I think it was $5. All right. I just want to make sure because I never did get around to doing all the math and putting everything in today. All right. So this one is from 2005, and it's a skill craft, not a hatch. 2005, and this one's a skill craft, not a hatch. It'll be $5 on the canteen cup stand. And if you're not familiar with them, this is how they work. It's a USGI style canteen cup, and it has a curve to match your body and the canteen, and it hooks in there. So you can build a small fire and lift this thing up off. I wouldn't do it in that angle; it's gonna dump out. But you know what I mean, like that. Okay, you build a small fire, set this on those embers. All right, or you build a small fire and you collect it up underneath it to heat your coffee and your packet on it. All right, $5, stand only. I do have cups, so I will sell them in a second. $5 on the canteen cup stands. $5 on these, and I have 4 left from this trip. I do not know if there are more at the shop. I know there was a couple boxes that made rattling noises, but that also could have been some disenchanted soldier's bomb. What's up, good man? Do I not have you modded again? That's embarrassing. I even went through the trouble. I thought I modded you today. Thank you, good man. This one's an 05, so don't let me slip you a less desirable year, all right? I wouldn't do that, yo. I'm just messing around. All right, so the next one is going to be 91, and this is a hand crest. 91, and this is a hand crest. I am looking for a 93 and a 93 canteen and a 93 canteen cup. I want them all in new condition. I'm willing to buy each of them separately if I have to. So if you have one of those, shoot me a DM. All right, works perfectly fine. It will stand. It's a canteen stand. All right, another one's up. Another one for $5. These are 1 to 3 ounces, so they're relatively light. And it should be live. There we go. $5 on the USGI canteen cup stand. This one is marked 91. This one's marked 91. Yeah, he was complaining about something yesterday. Steve Hunt, that's your first purchase. Welcome to the cult. Protect those weaker than yourself and let the 3 feet around you be the best place anybody can be today. All right. Here's the dinner one again. Anybody want the dinner one? What did we run it at yesterday? $2? Or did we dollar start it yesterday? I don't remember. All right, here's the dented one. It's going back out again today. Fucking go if anybody wants it. Fucking go on the dented one. It's not much to straighten it out. I am just extremely busy. Sometimes translated as lazy. All right, fucking go on this canteen cup stand as is. No giveies, no takebacks. No Peter Pan says I can. But you can't have it at $1. Oh no, oh no. Oh. I see how you are. All right. I was going to list this one on eBay because it's brand new. But I looked at the year It had 1988 on it. And I was like, I don't know. Feel like that's the year Bush lied to us. So, since nobody's collecting memorabilia of when Bush lied to us, I know he lied to us in '84 because by it was '88 when he said no new taxes. Yeah. All right, 1988, still in brand new condition. Well, we'll call it very good because it's got that beauty mark there where it had a rough night in a Jacksonville hotel, but it's still basically new. From 1988, this is the Don Johnson years. Let's go, $5, and it is live. $5 on the 1988 canteen stand in very good condition. It even comes with its own Don Johnson memories. The jokes didn't make it work. It's the oldest I've found so far in these. It's definitely the oldest I've got in here. The denim one was a 91. That's the last of the ones I have at the house, though. So when you come on Monday, pick that stuff up. You can look through them if you want. All right, $5. $1,500. No, I'm just joking. $5. $5. Here we go. $5. Like new canteen stand. $5. It is live. DW Jr. Thank you, DW. Large and in charge. I'm gonna stick that in a different type of bag too. I smell bacon and a fart, or maybe it's deviled eggs. Never mind. My wife farted. Are you still here? I just pictured a guy sitting there on the couch, aggravating the hell out of his wife, rolling through the whatnot streams, talking mad smack about how many people read that name. All right, canteen cups, USGI style, one each, right? All right, they're going to be next. And we do announce the years on these as well because, let's face it, it's a crazy, crazy world out there. And some of us went out there to do some things for the rest of us. And the year we did it is significant to us. That's why we got shadow boxes, wear hats, and shit like that. Speaking of which, if you have service out there and you've not joined the American Legion or your VFW, I encourage it. Those organizations are not faring well. All right, that should be coming in momentarily. All right, so with the canteen cup, as we showed you, they go into canteen stands. They have butterfly handles, and not so you can be like, give me my food. It's not really what it's about. So you can carry it without it burning you. And when you're cooking on it, sometimes you literally are in a place where you have to hold it over your heat source, whether that be the back of an M1 tank or the same bar or some embers that you plucked out of the officers' quarters as you snuck past their tent. It could be any of those things. These are $5, and I'm gonna run them as soon as they come up live again. There we go. Here we go. Ignore that title of 10. We used to get 10 back when they were really hard to get, but I've gotten a better source on them, and I've been able to get the price down for you. All right, $5, 10 seconds, and this one is 2008, and it's in very good shape. Doesn't look like it's ever been cooked on. 2008, 5 seconds on, or 10 seconds on that one there, $5. $5. This one's from 2008. Yeah, now in cold weather, they don't build fires like that. Now the Finns are teaching them how to. The 04. Got my inoculation in Iraq in 05. So I guess if I find an 05, I might keep one. But it's not as significant as the year you got in, All right. I got 10 packs of P51 and P38 can openers. The P51 is the bigger one. P38 is the original. So the one you saw on your daddy's keychain, the P38, that's the size of it. The P51's a little bigger, and it's more ergonomic, meaning you can operate it better. I literally used one of these to open 3 number 10 cans because I didn't like the way our manual can opener worked, and I thus threw it away. And my wife couldn't get the mechanical one to work, and I couldn't get it to work on it either. So I had to open 3 number 10 cans with one of these. Thankfully, I had it in my pocket, and I was able to do smart ass pose. If you're not familiar with that, it's a standing yoga technique you do to your spouse when just by chance you happen to be right. All right, 10 pack of P51s or P38s. I don't care. You can get 10 of 1, 5 and 5, 7 and 3, 9 and 1. That's how many different ways you can split up 10 if y'all aren't familiar with math. At least that's how it used to work pre-2008. There you go. They are $10, and they are a buy it now item. And when you buy them, the reason they're not packaged is because I don't know what your combination preference is going to be, but all of them come in the DSOBN handy dandy plastic case. If you've never seen the plastic case, it's just a reusable container that it's about fishing lure size. I believe it's 2 3/4 inches usable internal, might be 2.5. But 10 packs. If you get a 10 pack, it's $10. I know. I'm sorry, but you can use your coupons. But you do need to let me know how you want your mix. Do you want 5 and 5, 7 and 3, 9 and 1, 6 and 9? Different chat. All right. Kershaw filet. Oh, it must still be in the dollar goes, huh? All right. Yes, it is. I don't know. They're the only one bid on it. It might make it a giveaway as opposed to an auction. Let's pull it out, 49er. I guess if you a 49ers fan, you're going to need all the cutting help you can get. All right. Kershaw knives, Clearwater, fixed. This is a 9-inch. All right. And yeah, 9-inch overall. It's 420 J2 satin with the satin finish. And it does come with a molded sheath, which is stored up underneath it. All right, get ready, y'all. So here we go. The first and maybe only bucket go of the evening. All right, here we go. Bucket go on the Kershaw 9-incher. Who needs a 9-inch Kershaw in their home? Oh, 49ers fan and Goat Man. Oh, yeah. Redneck Willie said, wait a minute. What are you talking about? 49ers back on top for the 9-inch Kershaw. And it looks like it is going to be finally a win for a 49ers fan. Like, I slipped that in there. Thank you. Welcome to the cult. Protect those weaker than yourself and let the 3 feet around you be the best place anybody can be today. Also, take a look at that rewards icon right there. It'll tell you what you qualified for. And I'm telling you, from here, it just gets better and better and tweeter and tweeter. Medium rucksacks, frames. I know I don't have them here, Don. There is a chance I might have one at the shop in this last pile. I saw something that was that desert coyote color and did not look like a full-size ruck frame. So there might be one in there. All right, next up, Explorer Watch Band Compass, the B18 variant. Well, all right. All right, now I will be there Monday setting up. If you hit me with a DM today or Monday, I might be able to find that. And then Tuesday or Wednesday, I will be live there. All right, where'd all that stuff go? I got all this stuff in the other day. It could not have gone far. Oh, man. Oh, there it is. I don't only get one. Oh, this is the order where the quantities got jacked up and everything came as a single instead of coming as a 12-pack. Bastages. All right, Explorer Watch Band Compass. I forget this company's name. Oh, Explorer is the company. Never mind. Explorer is the company. If you got any of those kits I was selling a while back with the compass and the rake whistle and the P38s, it's the same company. All right, here we go. Bucket go on this one, and it'll be live in 2, 1. Oh, shit, it's live already. All right, here we go. Jayland, they giving him a tussle on the dance floor. I think I might have seen an elbow, but it happened so quickly, it had to be Jackie Chan or Jayland. Oh, it was Jayland making his first purchase. Welcome. Protect those weaker than yourself and make the 3 feet around you the best place anybody could be today. Also, take a look at this. Yeah, I like that rewards icon. Take a look at that rewards icon there. It'll tell you what you qualify for. And I've been quoted, or I will quote my customers as saying it's the most amicable rewards program on Whatnot. All right, anybody else got a pre-bid or a request they saw on the auction side before I get too deep in this reggae? Yeah, I know. Not what you'd expect from a redneck. And I try to wear purple too. Yeah, man, that's right. All right, next up, 10-liter folding water bucket. And it looks like there's some buckets in my bucket. Dear followers, there's some buckets in my bucket. Dear followers, some buckets. All right, I have used this product. I am fond of this product. It almost reminds me of the folding artillery bucket. All right, so any one underraters out there or M105ers, remember that flexible bucket we had? Yeah, well, this one's not full of bore clean and break free, so you can still bathe in it without getting ringworm. All right. Says I only got 2 there. We're gonna fix that real quick because I think I saw like 8 in there. And then I'm gonna put them on flash sale. We're gonna knock a couple bucks off of them and try to move the 5 that are in here. Fuju Banton. All right. All right, we got that quantity fixed. We're gonna put a flash sale on. That'll bring it to $12, and we'll run this in the background as well, so you'll be able to get that. Let's say at least another 15 minutes. There you go. $12 on the 10 liters. That'll be running in the background. And the beauty of it is, and the reason why it's going to replace my plastic bucket is because folded, this is all the space it takes up. I mean, that's no bigger than a couple of Pop-Tarts. Speaking of a Pop-Tart, it might be some kind of Pavlovian response that Family Guy has strained into me, but have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so freaking good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should. There's a lot of truth in Family Guy and American Dad. The Molly carrier? Toru Mundu. It's got a liner, but it's not a like padded insulated liner. It's more of a water resistant nylon, probably to get condensation to go to the bottom, which actually is a breathable mesh. Double molly in the back, pull cord on the top. I mean, for improvised devices and stuff, sometimes you need a municipal pouch in combat. Yeah. I heard that. That's not funny. It goes about halfway up the arm, though. Now it's your ass. And it's so cool to live in a house where when you kick something, it rattles. And you're like, oh, that's all military surplus. All right. It's close, near on 10 inches. 9 something. Actual usable. Yeah, we'll go with 9. There I was. Back on the Congo. Got 2 of those left. They're $18. Let's see. We'll do a flash sale on them. Since y'all had to go through all my shenanigans there. $16. I got 2 of them left. The first one, new in the wrapper, unmolested. The second one, got a little bit of history with Wise Man in the basement. But as long as you can look past what happened here today, it'll probably be there for you for a long time, and it probably will never leave. That's it. That joke would have gone over different on my other channel. Bring in the gift. That's what I'll say. When I'm doing blade measurements, I say at my house that's about 2.5 inches. All right. Not in any usable sizes. I think I have one that not in here, but I know at the shop I have the super small ones. But I think the small or the biggest size I had on that was 7.5, which really means it's like a 7.25, if not smaller. Because those are all out of spec. And I know I don't have any here. I do have some head wraps here somewhere, though. All right, so this little contraption is called the camp stove windscreen, and it actually keeps your stove going in the fact that it doesn't allow wind to get through. This one is stainless steel, so it does have some weight to it, but it's not super heavy. It's still carryable if you're going to be in adverse conditions. It's 11.15 ounces, so it's almost 3/4 of a pound, but it allows you to trap heat around your stove and around your cooking utensils so that it doesn't take as long and as much fuel to cook the same amount of food. So you can adjust it for large stove sizes, wrap all the way around them, keep the wind out of there so that the heat is still generating against the food. You can use it as a heat reflector. And there was one other thing. It had something to do with being vertical or horizontal, but I couldn't figure out what they were talking about unless there's some instructions online. There was a guy talking about it on YouTube one time, talking about how he could use it to go horizontal and actually lay fish on, but I would assume you'd need something else to hold it up. Maybe it was in conjunction with something else. I don't know. They're $21. I got 3 of them left. This one's the demo. Obviously, I've got 2 new ones over there. $21 a pop. And can't remember if I even have an option of getting a titanium one. I do not think so. I think last time I looked, they weren't selling them in any of my wholesalers. So stainless is going to be it, unless this is aluminum. I'm pretty sure it's stainless. Oh, this one is aluminum. Sorry, not stainless. All right, aluminum canteens and stainless canteens. We're going to run through those, and then we're going to do poncho liners. And I don't even remember what was in the title after poncho liners. How many of y'all out there are East Coast people? thumbs up or an X or something in the chat. All right, this is a GI style aluminum canteen. This has a folded crimp seal, screw-on lid. They do have silicone seals in them, aluminum retainers. Very lightweight. This is more like the Vietnam era, all right? Vietnam era here. That's kind of canteens they were using. These are 14. If you want 2 of them, I'll do 2 for 25. There you go. It also makes it a defense tool. And they're good for signals too. You can put rocks in them, and then when they get knocked out of a tree by a tripwire, they make a lot of noise. All right, next up, stainless steel. Now, the stainless steel, the joint on the stainless steel is welded and then ground. So it is a stronger joint than the aluminum. Why does that matter? Well, the stainless steel, you can cook to a little bit of a higher temperature on it without getting deformation or steam escape because it's a welded seal that's ground to flat. Whereas the aluminum one, it's a rolled seal. So if you were to build up pressure in here, it could lose its seal here before it may potentially blow the lid off. And if you heat it up too much, you could get deformity because I don't know if you're familiar with any metals, but if you heat metal in one spot, not the other, regardless of what you're trying to do to it, it will cause some sort of deformity that you'll have to plan for in your build process. So if you go heating up one side of the canteen too much, this side is expanding while the other side isn't necessarily expanding at the same distance. And that can cause it to push out on the crimp. Welded are much better. Yes, the tight joint is better. As long as it isn't one of those ones that still stays burning after it lands back in the back of the truck as the cop's walking up to the door. Hey, I'm not saying you should heat with the lid on. I'm saying if you screw up and heat with the lid on, it's not going to blow up or not going to ruin it as quickly with the stainless. Look, some people got to drink all the alcohol out of the canteen to be able to put the water in the canteen to sterilize it. You know what I mean? All right. Oh, shit. Hey, Dita, you know where Starkey Road is, right? You been down there lately? I used to live there in those houses that were all the same on the hill. And that mountain at the end, used to be nothing but woods. We could walk up over it into the next valley and like disappear. You have to come back to a hollow or holler. I was just curious what it looks like nowadays. I haven't been down there for gun shows in a long, long time. Went down there one time with my Toyota, and they were just starting to build houses on there. And I went crawling up it and got all the way to the top. It was starting to go down the other side. And here on the other side, they had already built the houses all the way to the gas line that I was on. I was in somebody's backyard before I realized what was going on. All right, Miltech Solar Douche, 20 liter. This is an outside shower. outside shower that holds 5 gallons. You can see here it shows it's suspended. You can also see there in your description, there should be a picture there that shows it hanging from a tree in case you live in a public park or something. Yes, the solar douche. Man, I will tell you this. I sold out of the 40-liter solar douche before I sold out of the 20-liter solar douche. So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, they are a buy now item. They are pinned there. They are $13 a pop. $13 a pop. Well, hell, y'all been nice tonight. We'll give you some flash sale on that too. Why not? Why not? Why not? Then we're going over to poncho liner. The deeper you go into the non-copyrighted playlist, the odder it can get. $11. $11. Says there's 8 of them left. I kind of believe it. I can see 5. I'm pretty sure there's 3 more at this shop. See, this is the times when I think that we kind of got screwed in masculinity. That the ability to really shake your hips or throw your ass around is frowned upon. Because this song is just like, oh, all right, y'all. Any requests? Anybody see anything in the buy it now they were after? I would do sinks, but I think I'm actually sold out. I can only find one here. All right, we went over all the camping stuff as far as stoves, mess kits, screens, canteens. I got one gravity bag left from Membrane Solutions. Oh my gosh, I was gonna do it. I'm a horrible host. Once I worked them into my long-term plan, I kind of forgot about them. All right, whoopies, very important. I thought so too. Did they list again? That's probably the 3 you got last night, right? Didn't you get 3 last night? I thought I deleted that last night. All right, hold on. Let me get rid of that before somebody buys it and buy it now. That's not something I can easily place. Thank you, Brian. All right, that's been deactivated. Appreciate you. All right, so I was saying, once I worked these into my long-term plan, I kind of forgot to show them while I'm here because I bought enough that there would be 10 to 20 in both locations. So regardless of where I was, I could still equip a squad with sleeping material between the 2 colors. So I got olive and I got camouflage. Those are the ones we'll be working through until the next order, and then black and coyote will come, and it'll just keep rolling like that. 40 to 80 at a time. Because I believe the end is nigh, my friends. All right, so here we go. They are $30, and there's 12 in the OD sellables left. Let's do a price off discount. I would easily do 2 for 55, so we'll do $27 a pop. And let me put that flash sale on for you. 27 of whoa, wrong one. Wanted to delete that one. There we go. She gone. That sucked. All right, hold on. We'll get that right. There we go. Look at that picture. Took a minute. We got it fixed. All right. I'm going to cancel it on you, Skin Bro. It was obvious that we weren't trying to do that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good night. Show's over.